Welcome back to Helsinki, round 12 of the FIM MX1 Motocross World Championship, the Grand Prix of Finland. It says 25 degrees on the graphic, but I guess it's considerably cooler now. The wind's starting to pick up. Sun's disappeared behind the clouds. Sun's not coming out to play anymore, certainly not for the next 40 minutes. That's what it looks like. Just behind the skybox there, you see those dark clouds looming in, and who knows, we might even be in for a little bit of rain, which would be a shame, really. Well, earlier on in the week, it was glorious, beautiful. 25, 30 degrees, and we are in a beautiful part of the world as well here in Finland. So sit back, enjoy the local scenery here from Helsinki. So far in 2013, 8 different riders have finished on a race podium. 7 of those are in the top 7, plus Evgeny Bobashev, who's just outside the top 10 in the championship. But in terms of podiums, round 2 and round 8, we've seen Cairoli, Paul and Desal. Round 5, round 6, we've seen Paul and Cairoli, Desal. And 5 times we've seen the same 3 riders on the podium in any order, consisting of Tony Cairoli, Clement Desal and Gauthier Paulin. The first 2 rounds, then 5, 6 and 8. Let's take a quick look around Helsinki then with Xavier Bourg, Ice One Racing KTM rider, and Harry Kulas, the Sarkar Racing MX2 rider. On a KTM, of course, the local Finn, we just saw him in MX2. Xavier Bourg into turn 2 and then out over the single, over the tabletop, into turn 3, 180, right-hand turn. See the nature of the ground, a little bit sandy, hard underneath in places, little single there, that's chewed up now. Then over the tabletop, just a short one, then that runs us up to the uphill step. Hard ground here, a little bit loose on top, lots of stones, slightly off cambered on the exit. Then you straighten up and hit the monster energy step down. Track's about 1,550 meters long, but because of the long straights, yesterday we were lapping a little bit quicker than normal, 133, 134. This is turn 5. Over the mound, through the turn, tightens up, then opens up through turn 6. There'll be some big braking bumps down here. Through the left-hander at turn 7, over the double jump, very, very tricky. Might even see a little bit of problem there in the race itself. Through the 3 waves, and the back straight. Over a single, launch off there, full gas if you can. Big braking bump into the face of the tabletop, hard on the brakes. Into the tight right-hander that is turn 9. Over the Monster Energy tabletop jump. 3rd gear for that. Landing, and then you can see the track just kinks around to the left and then through the right-hander. Big braking bumps in there as well. This was completely flat first lap of practice, but it's waved out now all the way through. That leads us into the big 7 rolling waves into the final corner, which is 90 degrees, left-handed. And then it's the Monster Energy finish line jump, and that's a lap here in Helsinki. Tony Cairoli sets himself up, gate number 1 on the Red Bull KTM factory racing machine. He's the current world champion, and series leader as well. 6-time world champion, of course, alongside him, Max Nagel, Honda World Motocross Racing. Then we see 22, Kevin Strybos, and the 100 of Tommy Searle, who crashed at turn 2 on the opening lap. And, well, it's just one of those races for him in the end. He could only get back as far as 12th. Kenny Bobashev, look, 777. Finished 7th in Moto number 1. Alongside him, Sean Simpson there in the blue. Then Jeremy Van Horbeek, number 89 on the green factory Kawasaki. Last two Grand Prix, we've seen the same podium. Cairoli, Didika, DeSalle, round 10 and 11 in Sweden and Latvia. But Tony Cairoli has won the last 2 Grand Prix coming into this finish round. He was the winner in Moto number 1. This is how they qualified on Saturday, so Clement DeSalle on pole, Cairoli and the rest of the guys. But Tony Cairoli, who's won 7 GPs this year. Thailand's round 2, Netherlands round 3, Arco di Trento in Italy round 4. Round 7 and 8 in Brazil and France, and then 10 and 11 in Sweden and Latvia. Another race win here would get him the overall victory as well, or if he just stays ahead of DeSalle and Didika, then that also would secure him a victory. But the Monster Energy 15-second board is up. That'll switch to 5. Dave Nicola, FIM race director, in control of the boards, but it's Andy Summers who will pull the pin to operate the start gate. Now, all gates dropped successfully. That's his work done for the day, but it's Strybos who sweeps through turn 1, pushing DeSalle wide in the process. And once again, Gonçalves down the inside in turn 2. Tommy Searle a little bit tentative through there this time around, look. Right up the inside, number 100, but it's Gonçalves second. Cairoli already in third, passing DeSalle early this time in 4. Caro gets a good start in 5th. Then one of the Monster Energy Yamahas. I'm guessing it'll be Roulants there. Number 34, then Sean Simpson, then Max Nagel, then Van Horbeek as they hit the top of the hill, and Cairoli already second as he drops down over the Monster Energy step down. So Rui Gonçalves there, Ice One Racing is in 3rd place. The yellow machine here in the red, number 25, Clement DeSalle, he's in 4th. Then Simpson in 5th. Caro in 6th place, just there in the background. Just trying to watch the riders, they disappear through the bottom of the screen there. Cairoli though getting another good start. Clement DeSalle wanted better than he got in the first moto, so it's a tough track though. Track easier in some places than it was in Moto number 1, but at the same time, where they've taken out the berms, those corners could be a little bit more difficult because there's nothing really to get stuck into. It's going to be easy to lose the front end if you're not careful, but Strybos it is who leads the way. Cairoli here, 222, he's in 2nd as we go on board with our race leader, Kevin Strybos. Through the waves up into the final corner, over the line for the first time, and it will be Kevin Strybos on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki. Tony Cairoli just behind him in 2nd. Look at the gap they've already opened up to Clement DeSalle in 3rd place. Then it's Rui Gonçalves, Ice One Racing, KTM, 999 in 4th. Simpson, 24 is 5th. Caro, 91 in 6th. Van Horbeek, 89 in 7th. Nagel, 8th. Paul and 9th. Roulants, 10th. Bobashev, 11th. Philippart, Searle, 13th. Didika, 14th. Tony Eriksson is 15th. Heron Bracker, 16th. Jonathan Barragan is 17th. Tano Leo, 18th. Ludwig Soderberg, 19th. Just Lansu is 20th. And then just behind them, outside of the points at the moment, August Just, David Guarneri, Titas Buchas, Mikola Paczynski, and Clement Gercha, the current MX3 World Championship leader, on the 24 MX Honda. But Cairoli inside of Strybos and takes the lead on the first official full lap. So the Red Bull KTM rider, Tony Cairoli, obviously liking this circuit here in Finland. The rougher, the more technical, the better he likes it. Quick pulling the tear up, but he also probably knows that there's a risk. Oh, look at that, Strybos right back up the inside. Drag race between these two guys, but you can see Cairoli already jumping across, protecting the investment even before he gets to the end of the straight. It goes a little bit too long into the corner, but makes the turn all the same. Yeah, Cairoli probably just thinking he needs to get to the front just in case it does rain. At least he's not going to be roosted. Looking to see Strybos, Tommy Searle just not getting a good jump, having to back off early, thinking maybe he can come across, but one of the Hondas, Nagel, Atwa, and Bobashev. That's as they looking down towards turn 2, so out the back of there was the first turn, they could see that. And they saw Cairoli just going through into the lead, or certainly into second at that stage of the race. Cairoli, the fastest man on track at the moment, 1:39.3. He's 1.5 seconds clear of Kevin Strybos in second to Sal. This guy here, number 25, is in third place. It's Salves in fourth. Good start to the Portuguese again in the second moto. Sean Simpson, likewise for him on the JK SKS Gebbon Yamaha in blue, just behind here. That's him flashing by now. He's in fifth place, is the rider from Scotland. Looking to challenge Rui Gonçalves as well. Normally a good qualifier, Sean Simpson, but just seems to be lacking on race day. Well, he might be able to turn that round here with a result in the second moto. That'll do him and the team a world of good. Ooh, Van Hoorbeek just losing the right leg there. Got Paulin just behind him, his teammate. So the two factory Kawasaki's duking it out. As we look at Lupino, just come in from his MX2 race. Watching to see what goes on here in MX1. There's Simpson. He's in fifth in blue. Oh, and Paulin's gone through in the background. So Paulin now in sixth. Van Hoorbeek's dropped to seventh. Well, has he? No. Just ran a bit wide. Tommy Searle's charged through. So Searle out of nowhere has found a way past Caro and Paulin. The number 100 here. So it's Simpson, Van Hoorbeek and Searle now. Rui Gonçalves into the final corner. Nice one racing. If he looks across the finish line to the pit lane, might see his team boss up there, Kimi Räikkönen. He'll be willing him on to get a decent result. But Paulin just struggling here. Had that big moment in moto number one. Just struggling to find his form and rhythm in this second race, it seems, at the moment. Might take him a couple of laps. And if that's the case, then he'll then go back after the guys ahead of him. Both of them Kawasaki's, one of them not the official version. That's the CLS Monster Energy Pro Circuit machine, the number 100 here in red. Tommy Searle, who's going after Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. 89. Van Hoorbeek in sixth, Searle 7, Paulin 8, Dijker in 9. Good recovery for him. Caro is 10, Nagel 11, Bobashev 12, Philip Arts 13, Garibaldi Honda. As Van Hoorbeek looking to go around the outside of Simpson, but Simpson's going to go wide and then wide, or tight wide, and that opens the door right up for Van Hoorbeek. Shortest route through turn 6. He's now going after the 999 of Rui Gonçalves. A lot of rumours circulating about Van Hoorbeek at the moment. Will he, won't he stay at Kawasaki? Obviously in talks with them and one or two other teams. So looking to make an impression here in Finland. That was a good move on Simpson earlier, but Tommy Searle going with him, look. So Searle has also found a way past Simpson. And Rui Gonçalves going to be feeling it in a minute from Van Hoorbeek, because he's right on the rear wheel now. Tommy Searle looking to make up for a disappointing first race when he crashed, probably through no fault of his own, in this corner here on the first lap, race 1. Ooh. Was good in qualifying yesterday, was Tommy Searle for a few laps, but eventually had to settle for 6th place. But he knows he's got the fitness and the speed now in MX1 to challenge the main guys. It's Cairoli, who's currently 4 seconds clear of Strybos, the south third. And then we've got Gonçalves. Tommy Searle makes a mistake, runs wide at the top of the hill. So Searle in 5th place. Here's Paulin in 6th. He's also found a way past the 24th, Sean Simpson, who drops to 7th. To Dijker on the radar as well. As Paulin makes a mistake. Dijker in 9th place, just there in the background. Caro on the STR KTM, about 3 seconds further back. Paulin goes through on the Yamaha of... Sorry, not Paulin, to Dijker. And Tommy Searle found a way past Van Hoorbeek. So the 100, just looking in the background there of the double jump in the corner. So Tommy Searle then moves up into 5th position. Going after the 999 of Rui Gonçalves. Yeah. Up onto the top of the hill. Paulin just getting the distance. Sean Simpson wasn't able to. Then a couple of three-laps corners later, De Dijker also went through on Simpson. So Simpson now in 9th place. And look at that, Tommy Searle down the inside of Rui Gonçalves. Takes 4th place. 5 seconds down on Commander Sal now. There's the onboard camera of Rui Gonçalves just picking up Tommy Searle, disappearing off in the distance. Van Hoorbeek looking for a way around the outside. He goes a long way, but makes it work for him. So Gonçalves still riding with post-knee surgery. Next guy looking to go through, the 21 of Gauthier Paulin. Maybe starting to find his rhythm now, getting into his stride. The big Frenchman here, number 21 on the green Kawasaki in the white racing apparel. De Dijker looking for a way through as well behind him. Just needs to get a bit closer. Oh, innovative line there from De Dijker. So 25.5 minutes plus 2 to go. Cairoli 4.6 seconds clear at the moment. Fastest man on track, 1:39.3. But Kevin Strybar second as De Dijker goes up the inside of Gonçalves. But then a bit of camera trickery. Gonçalves just fending off the big Belgian, number 9. Simpson just being left behind there in 9th place. Bobashev now 10th. Caro is 11th. Nagel 12th. Philippart's 13th. Roulant's 14th. Herring Bracker 15th. Cairoli 5 seconds clear of Strybers. .999, Rui Gonçalves. Ice 1 Racing KTM comes over the line now to complete lap 5, and he does so in 7th position. But he's got Ken De Dijker, number 9, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, breathing down his neck. Gonçalves makes a mistake, runs wide, goes too deep. And De Dijker goes through. So De Dijker now up into 7th place. Just ahead of them, here's the 21 of Gauthier Paulin, Van Hoorbeek and Searle, taking us up to 4th place. And Searle, the one on charge at the moment, setting his personal best fastest lap of the race, 1:39.9. So about 3/4 of a second slower than Cairoli's fastest lap of the race, but quicker than lap 5 that Cairoli just set. Not by much though. Claudio De Cari looking on there. Team manager for Red Bull KTM Racing MX1. I think that was Thierry Shizatsuzoni as well, just to his left. Just caught a glimpse of, maybe. Might be mistaken though. Cairoli, though, in control at the moment, showing good form. There was a lot of talk as we arrived in Sweden 2 weekends ago, how difficult this stretch would be, 3 in a row, all up in the north of Europe. Sweden, Latvia and Finland, all sandy-ish circuits. Latvia certainly, this one is, although Sweden, hard underneath, but a soft base in places. And Tony Cairoli mastering at the moment. Won 4 out of the last 5 Grand Prix. Only 3rd in his home race in Italy, Maggiora. Just ruining for him, but he's not finished off the podium so far in 2013, Tony Cairoli. 7 GP wins to his name this year. 3 seconds and a 3rd. Looking at going after another win here. The first time it will be for him in Finland. Sean Simpson in blue on the JK SKS Devon Yamaha, coming under pressure and losing out. Oh, storming down the inside. 777 of Kenny Bobashev, Honda World Racing, Honda World Motocross Racing. He's got his teammate just behind him as well, the number 12 of Max Nagel, who's having a ride through gritted teak this weekend, suffering from a bug. Is the German, there, number 12. Nagel in 11th place. This guy here in red, his teammate just ahead of him there. Is Nagel looking creative, looking to find a way around the outside. Dropping downhill back into the mid part of the circuit. Simpson sandwiched between the 2 Hondas. Again, goes to the inside. Going to be the wide option coming through. Is he going to leave the door open? No, he cuts back across. So he's learned from the Van Hoorbeek pass earlier on in the race. Sean Simpson, oh, just getting a pitch out of the seat there. That allows Nagel to go through. Simpson will respond and try to fight back at the end of the straight. He does have the left lane going in, but then backs out of it. In the end, the German goes through. So once again, the two Hondas pretty much line astern. This time in 9th and 10th place. But Simpson kicked off the season with an 8th in the first round in Qatar. He's had a 9th in the first race in Italy at Trentino. Hasn't been inside the top 10. He's been 10th a couple of times since then. Second motos both times in Portugal and Brazil, but 11th, 13th, 16th since then. So Simpson back in 11th place right now. Tommy Searle in 4th place, still 4 seconds down on Nassau. Nassau was 6/10 quicker that time around, as he set his fastest lap of the race. Just look how choppy it is. Deep, choppy, rutty, soft, deep berms, big holes on that slightly downhill through there as well. And the bike just changing his behavior with the elevation change there as well. Right hand downhill through a sweeping left. Need the momentum. These guys are working so hard today. There's Paulin in the background as well, the 21. Not able to do anything about his teammate here as he struggles to hang on to 6th position. In terms of the overall Grand Prix at the moment, with 20 minutes to go, we're looking at Tony Cairoli, another 50 points for him. Nassau would be 2nd, Strybos would be 3rd, so both the Rockstar Energy Suzukis would be 2nd and 3rd. Van Horbeek would be 4th, tied with the Dyker. And Gauthier Paulin would lose another 20 points to Tony Cairoli this weekend in the championship chase. And while it's never over, till it's over, he's got to be asking the question now. 82 points down. Be more than 100 points behind Cairoli after this round 12, with Germany, the Czech Republic, Belgium, Great Britain and the Netherlands 5 rounds to go. So Cairoli would have more than 2 Grand Prix advantage over Gauthier Paulin. And I wonder if that's playing on his mind a little bit, maybe just trying a little bit too hard to make things happen, Gauthier Paulin. Instead of just maybe relaxing on the bike a little bit more. Who knows, we'd have to ask him, but let's come on to Sal. There's a guy who always looks relaxed on the bike. The Rockstar Energy Suzuki rider. 3rd at the moment, 9 seconds behind his, or 7 seconds behind his Suzuki teammate. But Tommy Searle is closing in fast, look at that. Knocking on the door for another 3rd place finish, Tommy Searle. I say another 3rd place finish. The one in Latvia last week, obviously, he was knocking on the door for there, but he collided with that back marker and stalled it and ended up finishing 6th. The week before in Sweden, he'd got to 3rd and just found a way past this guy for 3rd place, and then was penalised 10th place for jumping on waved yellows on the finish line jump. So with 18 minutes to go, Tommy Searle suddenly on the Kawasaki racing team, the CLS Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, starting to look menacing here. Certainly got time, but he doesn't want to sit behind the sail too long. He wants to take that forward momentum, just keep going, find a way past the 25 Belgian. Right, we're going down the pit lane. Jean-Jacques Lassetti.
I'm in the skybox with Jean-Jacques. It's been a rough day for Tommy today.
Yes, Tommy has really good feeling now in the 2nd heat, and he do his best, but in the first moto is not so good, but now it's okay, and he has good feeling, and we are very happy to keep him for next year, to do a strong team in MX1 for next year. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Heard it first. So Tommy Searle, signed, sealed, delivered. Was rumoured to be heading out to Kawasaki Racing Team as a possible teammate to Gauthier Paulin, but there were meetings last night, and obviously those meetings have proved to be successful, because Harry Nolte and the guys down there were thinking maybe just running an MX2 team only, but obviously Tommy happy where he's at and happy with the equipment that he's getting. So he's going to be a CLS Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki rider for 2014, then Tommy Searle in MX1. Makes sense, really. From his point of view, certainly didn't want to be changing manufacturers after finally getting to grips with the MX1 bike in the second half of the season, as we can see clearly, as he dives up the inside of Clément de Sale, who gets out of shape. And Tommy Searle whips it, scribs it low, and drag race between the Kawasaki and the Suzuki. And in the end, he goes through, he pulled the clutch in, panic rev. De Sale into thinking that there was a mistake there, and De Sale just overshot the corner all by himself. And Tommy Searle slots into third place on lap 10. Classic bit of riding there from Tommy Searle. The other scenario in terms of the teams, Gauthier Paulin, you never know how much weight he carries in that factory team. If he goes, I go, and all the rest of it. If he comes, I go. Potentially. But Tommy Searle, well, doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Staying where he is for 2014. Means he can just get on with the rest of the season and focus on 2014. Watch this. De Sale on the gas, back end came round, whipped him round into a frenzy. Tommy Searle kept the rear wheel on the ground, scrubbed it, kept it nice and low, and then he gave it the old panic rev. De Sale knew he was there, had no choice but to go over the berm at turn 1. Tommy Searle now into third. How far back? Well, there's Tommy in the background. Here's Strybos here, 22, just going over the jump in second place. So Cairoli, 11.5 seconds clear of Strybos. The Rockstar Energy Suzuki rider here, number 22, the Belgian, ahead of his teammate De Sale in third. Ahead of Tommy Searle now in third place. I think Tommy Searle about 6 seconds behind, so we'll keep an eye on those lap times. Strybos was a 42.4 last time. This time round, as he crosses the line, is a 43.2. Any moment now, Tommy Searle will come through in third place with a 41.3. That gap 4 seconds. So already going after the next rider on his radar, the number 22, the second of the Suzukis, Kevin Strybos. And this will be good for Tommy Searle and good for his confidence. Because third in second moto in France, only moto finish on the podium that counted for Tommy Searle this year. He's third at the moment, could go to second. It'll be his best result of the year in terms of a race. There's Guarnieri, Marchetti Racing KTM. He's riding through the pairing barrier. He's down in 17th again. And I think we're going down to Marchetti Racing in a moment to have a word with the team. Maybe just get some more information there. He was a guest on my live show earlier. But here we go, down the pit lane. One or two technical problems down there at the moment. Right, we're getting ready once again to go down to speak to Marchetti Racing KTM. Let's see if Amy gets done this time.
Elio, Davide missed qualifying yesterday, but we saw him out on the track today. What's the update with his ankle? Because it looked pretty swollen at the end of Latvia.
Sì, la caviglia di Davide questa mattina era ancora abbastanza gonfia, abbiamo fatto una fasciatura, ancora non sapevamo se poteva correre o meno. Sta correndo col cuore, credo, perché sappiamo che ieri non ha fatto qualifiche e prequalifiche, quindi è partito dal 30° posto al cancello, ma sta facendo una buona gara. Credo che veramente sta dando tutto quello che può.
Thank you.
Basically, he said that the ankle of David is still very, very swollen, but he wanted to ride, so he's doing a great race, even if he's suffering quite a lot of pain.
Ilya Marchetti there, team owner for Marchetti Racing. And yeah, good job so far for Guarnieri, because he could have been losing a whole load more points, but he's out there scoring points. That's what it means to him. But Cairoli leads. He's 14 seconds clear of Strybos, but Tommy Searle is closing in fast. "12 minutes plus 2 to go. Antonio Cairoli dominating MX1, race 2. Strybos 14 seconds further back, though. And Tommy Searle probably not too far away. Or is he? Because there's De Sale. Here's Tommy Searle just out of the corner. So De Sale not letting Tommy Searle disappear too far out of his sights. Van Hoorbeek is still in 5th place, Paulin 6th, De Dijk is 7th, Gonçalves 8th, Bobachev 9th, Nagel 10th, Simpson is 11th. Tommy Searle is closing in, look. 3.2 seconds it was. As Cairoli went through a moment ago, Strybos over the line now. 14.5 down, 16.9, so 2.5 seconds. But he can see him. Tommy Searle just looks up, sees the flash of yellow. Kevin Strybos in the next corner, turn 2. And he knows he can salvage something a little bit more here. Another couple more points for his championship campaign. Working hard. Here's the CLS Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki rider, 100, Tommy Searle. Starting to believe in himself. Confidence is rising. Rui Gonçalves still there in 8th place. Bobachev a couple seconds behind him in 9th. On the World Motocross ahead of his teammate Max Nagel. Simpson is still in 11th. Roulant's over the line now in 12th. And Mattis Caro, STR Racing, KTM. Caro in 13th, ahead of his teammate Barragan. Then Heron Bracker, the number 61. Bracker riding the JK SKS Gavin Yamaha as well, teammate to Sean Simpson. Guarneri is 16th now. Philip Hartz has gone missing, dropping down the order, showing in 17th at the moment, but just wondering whether he's still out on track actually. Has he made a mistake, because Philip Hartz was a little bit higher up than that a lap or so ago. So August Just, Tano Leo. Philip Hartz still not through at the moment. Goes through, in fact he's not even in the points, so problem somewhere out on track for David Philip Hartz. The number 19 Garibaldi Honda rider disappeared off the leaderboard completely. So we need to keep an eye on that as we look at Evgeny Bobachev. 777. Going after the 999. Former teammates at Honda, of course, these two. Oh, Bobachev going in hard and fast around the outside. Deals with that big sandberm coming out of the final corner that he ran into. Looking to square off Gonçalves here. Coming through the first corner, gets on the gas nice and easy, but Gonçalves not falling for the same trick twice. Forces the Russians take the long way round, who tries to square off, gets a bit squirrely. Loses a couple bike lengths in the process, Bobachev. Strybos, though, turn 5. Looking to negotiate his way through the minefield of holes out on this tough Hervinka circuit. 144 a lap. Oh, there's the double, a little bit shorter than he wanted to be. Tommy Searle completely off the track as well, look, and that's caught him out because DeSalle right on the rear wheel now, so Tommy Searle making a big mistake over the double jump. Strybos was short, Tommy Searle jumped out of the track altogether, and he's now starting to feel it because DeSalle and Searle going bar to bar, literally. Searle will keep the Belgian just to his outside if he can. He's got to regroup and dig deep now. Lost ground to Strybos. Oh, launches his way into that final corner. Makes up time immediately. So Tommy Searle then, a 43.6. Only cost him half a second. Right. That's DeSalle having a good look. Ah, that's what it was. Looked at Tommy Searle, went straight into the side of him. Tommy Searle kept it on the gas. Oh, he's gone down. And he's gone down. And he's under the rear wheel. Ah. So fighting for second and third places. Tommy Searle, well, he keeps the bike running, but coming out of turn 2, De Dijk goes through. That's him down in 7th place. Tommy Searle. Do we have it all on his own, or DeSalle again, look, cleaning him up. Oh, rang his bell. Well, I don't think we'll hear the end of that, to be honest, because we saw DeSalle take a big, long look at Tommy Searle at the end of the previous straight and ran him off the track, and he's gone down inside again, so I'm sure these guys will have something to say about that at the end of the race. Picks himself up, though, tries to regain his momentum, Tommy Searle, but he'll be seeing stars underneath that aero helmet of his. He face planted the ground, yeah. He's all over the place at the minute. Can't blame him, that was a hard hit. Gonçalves just behind him, going through as well. Doesn't want to take the risk. That's where he got run out of the track in the 2 laps ago. Just needs to try and gain his momentum. He had a big crash this morning as well, did Tommy Searle. Yeah, just finding it tough. He's already riding with a stiff neck and sore shoulders. After a crash in warm-up this morning. Coming out of the left-hander where DeSalle ran him after the double. But there's DeSalle, Rockstar Energy Suzuki, World MX1 in 3rd place. So Cairoli, the winner in Moto number 1, leading here in race 2. DeSalle 2nd in race 1 and 3rd in Moto number 2. So new goggles, or a drink actually, just to clean his eyes out probably. So Tommy Searle came over the line in 9th, comes over the line for a quick pit stop. Nagel would have gone through. That'll push him in 10th place, so with 5 minutes to go, Tommy Searle. We'll see that crash again actually if we can, but tough weekend for him. Down at the 2nd turn in Moto number 1, had to fight the way back through the field. Did Tommy Searle in race 1 to get back to 12th. And here he is, probably in around 10th or 11th place at the moment. Well, Cairoli over the line now, 17 laps complete for him. There's Strybos in 2nd. Getting ready to come over the line now. Number 22. 17 seconds down on Cairoli. But DeSalle, his teammate, all over the back of him, about 1.5 seconds further back, and lapping quicker than his teammate. There he is. So the 2 yellow Suzukis, DeSalle going after another 2nd place finish here. Definitely got the bit between his teeth. Which one of these 2 Belgians is going to pick up the 22 points for a 2nd place finish in this 2nd moto? Strybos' girlfriend there, just disappearing out of shot. Bo Rasmussen, his mechanic. Wondering which way it's going to go as well. Of course, these 2 will know each other very, very well. Coming round to lap Tano Leok. Leok in 17th position on the Ritchie Racing tier. He knows not to get involved. Allows DeSalle an easy route through, but DeSalle a little bit short on the double jump. Podium now then will look a little bit like this. Cairoli, DeSalle, Strybos, 50 points, 42 and 38. Dan Horbeek just a couple points further adrift, 36 on the board for him. .2:45 on the clock, plus 2 laps. This one isn't done yet. DeSalle, he's on the charge. He's in the ascendancy at the moment. Rasmussen hands out the board to Strybos. Mark Verpaulen likewise for DeSalle. DeSalle knows 2nd place is on the cards here. Question of nerve for this guy. Not this one, this one's all right. But Kevin Strybos, who was just on board with a moment ago, he knows his teammates there. He knows what he's going to have to do to stay ahead of DeSalle. And Horbeek, about 3 seconds further back in 4th. Portland, again, another couple of seconds back in 5th. The Dyker 6th. Gonçalves 7, Bobuchev 8, Nagel 9, Roulant's 10. Searle, wait for him to come over the line. 10th or 11th actually, because Roulant's not through yet. There he goes through. Searle 6 seconds behind Roulant's in 11th place. Far side of the track. Back straight. Oh, both the Suzukis struggling for line choice through there. But De Sal is in striking distance now of his teammate, 22, Strybos. The question is, how's he going to pass him? And where is he going to pass him? Seen the two attempts on Tommy Searle. Both times, Searle being roughed up. Would he do it to his teammate? Well, Van Hoorbeek there, he's in touching distance as well. Pick up the pieces if there are any. 1:43.7. That was a lap time last time around for Strybos, according to his mechanic. Not too bad, actually. 1/10 out. There's Van Hoorbeek in the background and Paulin as well. The two green Kawasaki's just behind the two yellow Suzukis. Cairoli all out on his own, 15 seconds clear, minding his own business. Probably not even bothered which way this one goes, because he knows either way he's extending his lead in the championship again. There's Cairoli just disappearing out over the double in the background. These guys here turn 5/6 through the chicane on the exit. De Sal down the inside. Whoa, carried a load of speed through there. This time he does try to dart down the inside of his teammate. Is he going to get the double? Oh, very tight. Had to commit. Round the outside of Quineri. Marchetti Racing KTM rider. Just trying to hook the inside, trying to stay out of trouble. 3 laps to go. Van Hoorbeek not really making any inroads, but Gauthier Paulin is. Paulin could be knocking on the door for 4th place in this last race. De Dijker still in 6th, Gonsalves 7, Bobashev 8, Nago 9, Roulon's 10. Searle dropping back in 11th position. Now De Sal looking again to double and square off here. 2 to go for the two Suzukis. Equal bikes, equal opportunities for these two Belgians. Got to say, Kevin Strybos doing a great job holding on to that 2nd place. Soaking up the pressure. It's De Sal who's making the small mistakes in his attempts just to try and close down and get close enough to even launch an attack. Two Kawasaki's, Van Hoorbeek here in the orange helmet, and his teammate Gauthier Paulin, number 21 there. They're in 4th and 5th place. Paulin watching the World Championship slip from his grasp at the moment. I know there's a few rounds left, but he is going to get back and count the point situation between him and Tony Cairoli. On one hand, he'll say as long as there's a mathematical chance that he can still be world champion, then he'll keep on pushing, but he cannot afford to give Cairoli the advantage of getting a hole shot or a start where he's 4 or 5 positions ahead of him. And the rain suddenly teeming down. Just all of a sudden here, we were wondering whether the clouds would open up. Not raining on the finish line, so it's only in that one loop over on the back here, but it's maybe just moving its way over towards the finish line now, because I'm looking out of the window and not spitting just yet. But here's Paulin. Yes, eventually does go through. Cases his way into that final corner. Takes his teammate just as he approaches the final lap. And Paulin thought the flag had gone out then. He just sat back and waited. And then the team were just urging him on there. So almost a mistake there from Gauthier Paulin. Came over the finish line jump, thought the race had finished. Just saw it in his body language. He sat up. Oh, what, really? Go again? But Tony Cairoli, though. Middle of the circuit. Into turn 5. Now it's starting to rain pretty good. Chris Warren, our clerk of the course over there, or co-clerk of the course, because Kurt Lundqvist is the official clerk of the course, but he's obviously in charge of the blue flags as Chris Warren this weekend. Kurt Lundqvist, former Grand Prix rider as well, factory Yamaha pilot. Still very active. Involved with the FIM and the Finnish Federation. Just a brief shower then. Look at it teeming down over this side of the circuit. So Tony Cairoli then. A couple of corners from the finish. Red Bull KTM Factory Racing coming round to lap Sean Simpson. Simpson in 14th position now, but in moto number 1, the sun shone on Tony Cairoli, and he reigns here as he wins the Finnish Grand Prix and wins it in Hyvinkää. That's 3 in a row for Cairoli now. Sweden, Latvia, and now here in Finland. And it's really starting to pour down now. Photographers running for cover. There's Gauthier Paulin. He comes through in 4th place, but it was Cairoli, Strybos to Sal. They were your top 3. Paulin 4th, Van Horbik came over the line in 5th. We wait for Ken de Dijker as we go wide on the angle there. Wait for de Dijker to come through. Might be able to hear it rattling off our commentary position, but there's Strybos. He's going to be on the podium. So too is this guy here, 2nd overall. But Tony Cairoli, he celebrates. Here's Amy.
Over in the Heavens Open, you stormed through to another GP victory.
Yeah, I'm really happy. The track was very tough, but I managed to make a good rhythm. I controlled the race. I'm really happy, and thanks to all the team for this great job at KTM. And
Well done.
see you next time.
Well done, Tony.
So Tony Cairoli then wins the Finnish Grand Prix here in Hyvinkää with another perfect score. Flag went out, the candles got lit. Tony Cairoli came over the line as a winner. 2 wins out of 2, just as the heavens opened up. He won't care about that, because he'll be on the top step of the podium. Congratulations there from Kevin Strybos, as he also makes a visit to the podium this weekend. And that's a shame, because the crowd, it would be nice for them to hang around and witness the podium here, but probably not going to see too many people now witnessing the podium just in front of the skybox due to that weather that just suddenly stormed in from nowhere. But for Strybos, 2nd visit of the year to the podium. Tony Cairoli wins there. Race 2 from Kevin Strybos. Commander Sal, Gauthier Paulin, Van Horbik, de Dijker, Gonçalves, Bobryshev, Nagel, and Roulant. Tommy Searle, 11th in the end from him. Caro, Barragan, Simpson, Karen Bracker, Guarnieri, Leop, Just, Lantsu, and Buchas. The overall Grand Prix belongs to Tony Cairoli, of course, as well. 50 points on the board for him. He's won the last 3 Grand Prix and the 3 in a row on this part of the journey. Sal 2nd overall, Strybos 3rd. De Dijker 4th, Van Horbik 5th overall this weekend. Tony Cairoli then, 2 wins out of 2 today. Winning here the Finnish Grand Prix. Clement de Sal, a 2nd and a 3rd, and Kevin Strybos with a 5th and a 2nd. They're the 2 riders that will join him on the podium. In terms of the championship, Tony Cairoli will extend his lead. Look at that. 5.64, 5.65. 4.65, sorry. Paulin just losing touch now. Look at the stare there from Tony Cairoli, en route to another victory. 62 Grand Prix career victories now for Tony Cairoli. 8 of them coming this year. In terms of the manufacturers' chase, KTM, of course, going to be leading the way in that one. Suzuki second, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, TM. No change there at all. But Tony Cairoli opening up a 99-point lead now. It was 82 this weekend before we arrived. So almost 2 Grand Prix behind Cairoli, and we've got 5 left. So barring any injuries or mishaps, from Tony Cairoli's point of view, it's going to be when, not if, possibly. But as we said before, Gauthier Paulin cannot afford, nor too can Clément de Sal, afford to be giving up those kind of points and that kind of advantage. De Sal just slipping a little bit further back, although he would have gained some points. But Kevin Strybos, Rockstar Energy, Suzuki WAD MX1. 3rd overall this weekend, just for the 2nd time this year, actually. And his teammate Clément de Sal alongside him, enjoying a well-earned snack as well. Tony Cairoli takes the top step of the podium. Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 50 points for him. De Sal looked over at his teammate almost with disgust there, as if to say, how dare you shake the man's hand? Clearly no love lost between those two, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they shook hands before behind the scenes, but anyway, Strybos, De Sal, Cairoli. The first 3, or 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Juhani Halmi handing again the 3rd place trophy to Kevin Strybos. First visit to the podium since Brazil, where he was also 3rd. Nita Koronen, FIM director of the Finnish Federation, handing the 2nd place trophy to Clément de Sal. And Heikki Mikkola, the former 4-time world motocross champion,
Thank you.
Very good, very good.
Thank you.
gives Tony Cairoli, a 6-time world champion, his winner's trophy for winning here the Finnish Grand Prix in Hyvinkää. Kurt Lundqvist, clerk of the course, former Grand Prix racer himself, a former factory racer and development rider as well for the Japanese brand. Heavily involved in motorsport here in Finland, as Dr. Wolfgang Schrub, the director of the FIA Motocross Commission, hands Tony Cairoli another red plate. He continues to lead the World Championship in MX1 after 12 rounds. Next stop, Germany, in 2 weeks' time. Tony Cairoli, the winner here in Finland, national anthem of Italy. Big sigh of relief there from Tony Cairoli. He knows the job is almost done, even though there are 5 rounds left. But KTM winning manufacturers this weekend, national anthem for Austria. Tony Cairoli's quest for a 7th World Motocross Championship took a big step today with a victory here, his 62nd career victory when he won the Finnish Grand Prix. He does so with another maximum score, 2 race wins, 50 points on the table, and extends his championship lead over his closest rival, Gauthier Paulin, to 99 points. Here's how it went down in MX1 race 2. It was a good start from Cairoli up the inside, but it was Strybos, Gonçalves and De Salle who stormed into the first 3 places, but it didn't take long for Cairoli to close in on the leader, Strybos, and a couple of laps later he was through. 1 or 2 sketchy moments, allowed Strybos back briefly, but once there again, Cairoli was never headed. Just behind them, Gonçalves was doing his best to hang on as he came under pressure from Tommy Searle, Van Hoorbeek and Gauthier Paulin, but it was Tommy Searle who was the man in the driving seat. Got his way up into a challenging position here, into 3rd place. He overtook De Salle, but De Salle had 2 stabs at the cherry. He ran the Belgian wide, tried to make another move here. De Salle barged his way up the inside of Searle. Searle rejoined the track and found a way back past the Belgian and would later go down again. But Cairoli went on to win the race, the overall Grand Prix. And he is ready to speak to Amy down by the podium. So Tony Cairoli, a 62-time Grand Prix winner.
Tony, congratulations on winning the GP of Finland. You quickly found the race lead in that second moto. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I had a good speed. I know I could push a little bit more. First race I was a little bit tired, and second race I feel a little bit better and better rhythm also. And I was following again this one Suzuki guy, and in the end I made a pass, and I could make some gap between me and the rest and control the race. And this is good for the championship. We are extending the points lead a lot, and this is good. And thanks to all the team to support me and everybody at home that cheer for me. And cheers.
We'll see you in 2 weekends' time.
So Tony Cairoli then wins the Finnish Grand Prix, 2 race wins. That's 3 in a row now in his 8th of the season. Can anybody stop him? Either way you look at it, he looks on course for world title number 7.
Clement, 2nd overall this weekend, a fairly aggressive battle with you and Tommy.
Yeah, 2nd place is good. You know, it's one more step up on the podium, so that's good. I hope the next one will be again 1 step. And yeah, good battle, but actually a little bit dirty, you know. So he searched me, and then I reply. I show him that I was there, and he crashed. And yeah, that's racing, and it was a little bit hard, but yeah, if you want it like this, no problem.
Thanks, Clement.
There you go. No messing. Don't mess with me. I'm Clement de Salle. So Clement de Salle then, giving as good as he gets. He takes 2nd overall in the Grand Prix this weekend. No time to speak to Kevin Strybos. Unfortunately, he was 3rd. That's it from Finland and the Grand Prix here at Novinka. My name's Paul Mannion. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time when we go to another new venue, the Lausitz in Germany. Can Tony Cairoli do it again, or will these guys have an answer for him? Tune in then to find out.